Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. Now, if you've ever been to a really great steakhouse, you've probably found yourself asking the question, man, what is it that they do to their steak that I'm not doing to my steak? Because it's got so much flavor. Could be seasoning, could be the way that it's cooked, could be the searing method, or it could be what I'm gonna show you today, which are steaks that have been dry aged. We'll talk more about what that means, but today we're doing two absolutely gorgeous 30-day dry aged New York strip steaks. We're gonna smoke them, we're gonna sear them, and we're gonna eat them. We're gonna smoke these gorgeous steaks on my Pit Boss Savannah Onyx Edition for one of the most flavorful cuts of beef you've ever had. So let's get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you are looking at here are two gorgeous 30-day dry aged New York strip steaks. Now, these are already a really high grade of beef. You could tell by this amount of just gorgeous marbling that's in there. Now, the dry aging process is actually fairly complicated because you need specific equipment to do it. It needs to be maintained at a very specific temperature and moisture level. I don't have any of that equipment, but fortunately my butcher does. And so these gorgeous steaks came from Strip District Meats in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They are my go-to butcher for everything that I make here on the channel. They are so incredible. You gotta check them out. And you can order your very own delicious meat directly from them. Go to stripdistrictmeats.com and they will ship whatever you order nationwide. And Strip District Meats went ahead and dry aged these for me. So you can see kind of the darker color here. That's from that process. And the dry aging process is going to produce just this incredible amount of flavor. Now, because there is already a lot of flavor that's gonna happen here, I'm not gonna do a ton of like really heavy seasoning. I've got my mixture here of salt, pepper, and garlic, very simple to put together. And we're going to lightly coat each side of these steaks. I'm gonna coat this top side first, and then I'm gonna let it sit for just a couple minutes to let it absorb into that meat. Then we're gonna flip it and season the other side. I'm not concerned with seasoning the outside of this. We're not gonna eat that, just that nice exposed meat section. So we'll start right here. Again, nothing crazy. Pat it. After the dry aging process, the meat does develop that kind of a sticky texture there, which is what I want. So I don't actually need to use any like oil or anything else as like a binder or anything. All right, let's get this other guy here. Pat that in. Okay, so let's give these just a few minutes and then we'll flip them and season the other side. All right, let's go ahead and flip these guys over to the other side. These are about 1.5 inches thick. Like, look at that. Man, is that beautiful. All right, and we'll just season up this other side. Again, careful on this, you don't want to overdo it. Same thing, we'll just pat that in. All right, would you believe it's that simple? So while the seasoning absorbs on this side, let's talk about how we're going to make these today. All right, today I'm making these steaks on this gorgeous Pit Boss Savannah Onyx Edition. It's available exclusively at Walmart. I've got a video review of this incredible unit on my channel. I'll throw a card to that up top so that you can see it. It is a beast, I love it. It's become my new go-to. Now I've got this thing loaded with the Pit Boss Mesquite Blend pellets, which is gonna be a nice bold wood flavor. I love mesquite on steak, it's so good. And we're gonna be smoking today at a temperature of 225 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to put these steaks directly on the grates inside, and we're gonna go for an internal temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm gonna monitor that temperature using the 2 temperature probes that came with the Pit Boss. Once we reach 110 degrees Fahrenheit, we're gonna take these off, let them rest a little bit while we crank the temperature up to high, which is gonna be about 450, 500 degrees here on the Pit Boss. And then we're gonna put them back on for a delicious sear to really seal in all that flavor that they've gotten and absorbed from the smoke. Not exactly sure how long it's gonna take because it's very cold outside. It's like in the 20s right now, but we'll just see. It's gonna be 225 inside, so hopefully that temperature will be regulated and we'll get some delicious steaks out of this. All right, so here we go. Let's get them on the Pit Boss. All right. First guy right here, and the second. Go ahead and insert our temperature probes. Want it right in the middle of the meat. Number 2 here. bundle this up because we don't want to let any of that heat out by having it sticking out of here. Close it up, and we'll check back in later. All right, it's been about 45 minutes. Let's take a look. Oh man, look at that. Look at the color. The internal temp on these guys is between 110 and 115. It's right where I want it. So now it's time to take these off and crank the temperature of the pit boss to high, so 450 or 500 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, we are up to 475 degrees. This thing is screaming hot. Let's go ahead and sear these steaks. All right, listen for the sizzle. Now this is not going to take a very long time, just a few minutes per side. I'm going to leave them a little bit longer just because they are really, really thick. All right, let's take a look. Flip it over. Oh man, look at that. Woo. And after about 3.5 to 4 minutes per side, look at these gorgeous beauties. Wow. I mean, you can tell just how juicy these things are. Oh, the color is gorgeous. And the smell out here is phenomenal. All right, now one very important final step. I'm gonna let these rest. I'm gonna cover them in foil. I'm gonna just let them rest for a little bit, let it calm down, let the juices redistribute inside the meat, and then we'll be back to try it. And after the rest, here they are. Wow, gorgeous. Woo-hoo. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, man, does that look good? We're gonna go right in the middle here and just see what this dry aged steak looks like. Can't wait. Here we go. Let's take a look. And there you have it. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's a perfect medium rare, which is exactly like I like it. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. And if it looks this good, I can't wait to see how it tastes. All right, let's cut a little piece of this out here. Oh man, that knife just goes right through. And now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Well, really it's the moment I've been waiting for. Here we go, let's try this 30-day dry aged New York strip steak that has been smoked and seared. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Wow. Holy smokes flavor. Holy smokes flavor. Holy smokes the flavor. First off, it just melts in your mouth. Second, you definitely can taste the smoke. Third, you can definitely taste the seasoning. And there's just something special about that dry aging. Wow, it's bold. It's a bold flavor. It's really, really, really good. Wow. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. That's good. And listen, like I said, dry aging is not necessarily something that's for everybody to just do at home. I mean, you could if you had the right equipment, but your butcher definitely can do this. And you can dry age for longer than 30 days. You can do 60 days. You can even do 90 days to get an even more bold, robust flavor. But whatever you do, you have to try this method of cooking it because it's, in my opinion, the best. Listen, these steaks are going inside and they're going to get devoured because they are just so good. But hey, thank you once again for tuning in to the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. And listen, if you like this video, do us a favor and click that thumbs up button to give us a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new content we got coming up. And thank you once again to Strip District Meats for these incredible steaks. And if you like steak, you gotta check out one of these 2 steak videos. Some incredible steaks that we've made here on the channel. So check those out and I'll see you next time.